So with no further intro, be right back and we'll get started. The first stretch we're going to do is going to be a sumo squat stretch. It's not the sumo squat, which will come next. All right, now, before I begin, let me just say this. A lot of people think the sumo wrestlers are these big, fat, sloppy, worthless guys. And they are big, and they are fat, but the guys are incredible athletes. They're limber, flexible, strong, explosive, and fast. But they have no endurance because they're overweight. But some of the stretches that they do are just perfect. I mean, when you can get a 500-pound guy doing some of this stuff, then you really don't have any excuse if you're 400 or 300 or 200 pounds or less. All right, so what you're going to do is turn your feet out here like this, like a clown. And all we're going to do now is just we're going to sink down like this as far as we can and feel a stretch in the back, hip area, hip flexor, and groin. You can come up a little bit. So we're just going to move through this range of motion about 10 times. Keep your back straight, so you're not bending over like this. Back is straight, drop the butt as far as you can, back up. But as you come down, you can sink a little further, trying to put your butt on the floor, back up. I breathe out down, inhale up. Like that, all right? So that's the first one to help loosen up the groin area. Now we go into the actual sumo squat or a close variation. All right? Same type of position. Now the first thing you're going to understand about the stretches that I'm giving you is that many of them simultaneously build flexibility and strength. And you're going to see how true this is right now. All right, so your feet are turned as much as you can this way so that you keep balance. You don't want to be falling, all right? So if you have to go like here, that's fine. Or just go like this. Now you squat down and keep your back straight. So you don't want to be bent over like this. You want to keep that back straight as you squat, which again stretches you out through the hips and groin. Now from that position, you're going to slowly bring your left foot to your right foot. All right, as you do, then you lift your leg, and then you come back down, bring the right foot to the left, lift your leg, come back down. And you repeat like this. And they do hundreds a day of this in Japan. We'll do about 20 here. If you can't touch your foot, no problem. Just touch it here to get started. Just like that. And as you get more and more flexible, you'll get more and more range. Don't try to do it fast. Just go at a moderate pace. Just keep up with me here. Even if your legs start shaking a little bit, no problema. Keep the back straight even when you feel tired. Keep it straight. All right, I think that's 20, maybe a little more. So now we're working your back here, but keeping it straight and strengthening it. working the thighs, strengthening them. And by doing the sideways leg lift, you're improving flexibility and balance. Now, the third exercise. We're going to start here. You want to get the weight flat on the bottom of both feet. If you can't, no problem, just work toward that end. Again, my back is straight, so let me show you from the reverse angle. Not like this. So I realize it may be very hard to even get in this position, but strive to do it. Do the best you can. So here we are in this position, and now keeping your back straight, we're going to shift the weight to your other foot. So in China, they would call this yin and yang. You know, you're balancing. You got the darkness and the light, the male, female, just move back and forth. Never just one side. Again, stretching out the groin, legs, strengthening the legs, strengthening the back. And then you can try to touch your toe like this. Not a quick bounce or movement. Now this side, same thing. And don't force anything faster than what your body can go. Just gently relax and unwind. Remember, you're doing this to wake up in the morning. Now let's do some forward kicks. These are great for your hamstrings as well as for your abdominals and hip flexors, and just like you're punting a football. All right, so we just start with the low like this, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you can go the other foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once you're warmed up with those few, then you can strive to go a little bit higher. Okay, so here, that way. 2, 3, 4, 5. And the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now you'll start loosening up your lower back and your waist in a different way. And again, these exercises are actually going to strengthen the area as well. So this one is a backward bend with the toe touch. So hands are on your hips. You're going to lean back like this, just as much as you can for right now. Maybe just as much as all you can do. Then you come forward, and you touch to the ground, and then back, and forward. Breathe out. 4. I'm going to go a little bit further so you can see. 5. 9. One more. All right. Now, as soon as you finish that, put your hands behind your head. Pull your elbows back, and what you're going to do now is heels are kind of together like this, and you go sideways as far as you can, and then the other way as far as you can. Feel those obliques, and even up in your upper lat. One we just finished. Note that when my hands are pulled back, my elbows are pulled back, that is also a stretch. You should feel it in the the teres major, teres minor area here. And then you go from there and you do your side. All right, now the next one is the Tai Chi waist turner. Throughout all the parks in China, even in well-populated areas of the U.S. where there are a lot of Chinese practicing Tai Chi or Qigong, you'll see them in the morning going like this. Now, this is an incredibly great exercise to do each morning because it massages all the internal organs, loosens up the waist a great deal, plus it helps realign your vertebrae from all the lower lumbar vertebrae, even hit some in the thoracic area. So the key to this is to understand that I'm using centrifugal force to move my arms. I'm not going like this. This isn't it. I simply move my waist and my arms are dangling at my side, very relaxed. I'll show you from this angle. And they slap and hit the back of my kidney, adrenal area lightly, and give it a nice little massage when I'm doing it. So 50 to 100 of these are good each morning. We'll do about 10 more. This next stretch is a great one. You'll see gymnasts and other athletes in China doing. They raise the hands overhead as high as possible, like you're holding a beach ball. Okay, so it's not simply going like this or like this. Hands are turned in this way, like you're holding a big globe or a big ball. Now what you do is you simply raise your traps as high as you can, relax it, please, relax. Two more. Good. So that one can be quickly followed by pulling, like you got 2 buckets of sand here in your hands, and you're holding onto a 5-gallon bucket, and you lift up all the way to your armpits. Now, once you get here, raise your elbows like this. And don't try to go too much. It's just a dynamic stretch. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you can go back this way. So you hit the upper traps and shoulders begin. 7, 8, 9, 10. Should be starting to feel real good by now. The energy should be picking up. This next stretch for your shoulders is fantastic. It will help you with some of the other movements we have coming up later on, namely the gymnastic bridge. So what we're going to do with this, and I might mention, this is a towel. This is not a rubber tube or a rubber device that has give and can stretch. That's worthless for this exercise. You want to use a towel so you get the full benefit. Now when you start, go ahead and start as far out as you can. This, by the way, is not a beach towel, this is a bath towel. So if you have a beach towel, you can probably have your hands out twice as far. You don't want that. You want it at the end of a good bath towel, all right? Now what you're going to do with your arms straight is you're going to inhale, lift overhead, and then in one continuous movement, come behind your buttocks, like so. And then arms are still straight the whole time. They've never bent. Then you inhale again. Like that. Okay, now once you get better, you choke up on it. All right? And then you go again. great, great stretch for the shoulders. Gives them much needed flexibility, especially for sports like wrestling and judo, submission fighting, anything where your shoulder and arm is getting tweaked behind your back. Now, you can also go straight overhead like this and start pulling one side and then the other. You should feel this in your lat here, okay? So actually pull from your lat and come a little bit off one foot as you stretch. And you can see why when doing these, why they make you stronger. All right, in my combat conditioning book and videos, I teach the Hindu push-up. Right now, I'm going to teach you what is basically a Hindu push-up stretch. In yoga, they may call it a cat stretch, or dog bends under his cat, or whatever. Okay. I'll just call it a Hindu push-up stretch. And the reason I'm showing this as a stretch is because most people I've helped who think they know how to do this exercise actually are doing it improperly. And there's a number of things they do improperly, but two of the biggest things are that they don't stretch far enough in each direction. Okay? So that's what we're going to work on here. And this is going to stretch out your shoulders, your spine, as well as your hips. So you want to take a stance where your feet are wider than shoulder width apart, and your hands are going straight forward but turned just slightly. Now from this position, I'm pushing back and looking at my feet. You see, a lot of people are like this, or they're humped up in their back. You need to flatten the spine and push the shoulders. See, watch my shoulders push all the way back and my spine flatten out. So you hold this position here, all right? Now you can come through and come here and hold and feel it stretching your hips. Look to the ceiling, feel your lower back stretch. And just breathe deeply, then push back. Okay? Now, I can even eliminate the elbow bend for you. That'll help you to make this that way. Hindu push-up is going to come through and bend and come up. But you could also just go like this just to get the stretching benefit. Just like you see a tiger or a lion or a dog or a cat in your home. Just like that. Remember, the Hindu push-up, you bend your arms, okay? So, I'm just giving you a modification there. Now, as soon as you finish that, you can come down to the floor here, and we'll do a table maker movement. And this is going to stretch out your shoulders and your spine, and strengthen shoulders, back, arms, legs, and hips. All right, and this again, for a lot of people in the beginning, is hard to do, but again, it's a great stretch that also strengthens you. Here, and you push up and you lift your body as high up in the air as you can. Your shoulders are right over your hands. You get your stomach up as high as you can. Then you come back down to your hands, and then you push back up, again like this. One more. All right, this next exercise is a kneeling back bend, and it's going to stretch out your quadriceps, hip flexors, as well as the low back, and it's going to strengthen all those areas as well. This is a great, great exercise for combat athletes, but I actually saw one time, I really wasn't there, I just kind of saw this, but there's a bar in Vancouver, British Columbia, where they have a lot of strippers, and I actually heard about this lady doing this on the stage. It was unbelievable. Okay, so you can have that visual in mind as you do this. You're kneeling like this, and your hips and pelvis are forward, and you have long hair flowing down to your buttocks. And from this position, you're going to begin falling back like this, okay? Now, maybe that's as far as you can go right now. I'm going to go all the way to the ground, so you want to work up to that ability, but you may feel it all you can take right now in your quadriceps. No problem. Do what you can. Don't force it. But anyway, so if you're here like this, you can go all the way down, you can touch your head, and come back up. The key when you come back up is that you don't go and then bend your hips and come up this way. You cheated the movement, all right? So everything stays like that the whole time. This stretch works your hamstrings and your lower back. It's like a rowing motion, and your legs are straight or slightly bent. Your arms are going to just gently fold like this, and then with your arms going across your knees, just roll down and come out, down and out. Every time you come down, exhale. You don't stand all the way up. See, I'm only coming to parallel each time. This exercise is kick butt. You'll see it practiced in wushu circles in China, as well as even in some gymnastic places in the US of A. And again, it's a dynamic movement that will build strength and flexibility at the same time. Now, start out slowly. Let me demonstrate, because there's a number of things that are going to happen here. Number one is you're going to squat down with your hands like this, then you're going to fall back, rear up like this in a shoulder stand. Then you're going to come back to this position and pop yourself back up to standing. So I'm going to do about 5 of these so you get the trick. All right? Go at your own pace. And a little hop at the end is fine. Right there. So that's giving you a lot of good dynamic movement. I ended up giving you more exercises than the 18 I promised. So I hope that's all right with you. I'm going to end this little segment here in my living room with a back bridge done with a dynamic stretch. Okay? Not a back bridge where we hold and try to go as far as we can. That'll come in the next tape. And after this, and I have a special treat for you to show you an advanced dynamic stretch, falling into a back bridge, kicking over, kicking back, and standing back up. You'll see that when this is done. But for now, the key with this is, again, it's morning, you're loosening up, or you're doing it in the afternoon, but don't do it quickly. Do it at a slow and moderate pace. Rock back and forth, and loosen up your back and your neck. Those of you who have incredibly bad neck problems, maybe this isn't for you. I will say this, that I've had plenty of students with broken necks, fused vertebrae in their spine, etc., who have used the bridge and basically eliminated the pain that they were having, and sometimes pain that's been going on for 10, 20 years. It isn't for everybody, but 99% of the people probably can do it and make themselves better. The people who probably shouldn't do it are those who have like not fused vertebrae, because there's several people who have bone spurs, for example, resting in between the vertebrae. That can get kind of nasty. All right, but for most of you, you can probably do it. If you have any question about it and you think it'll harm you, well, you can of course talk to your physician, and he probably knows absolutely nothing about it anyway, but I have to say that in order to protect myself. All right. Here we go. So go up on your head, and on the top of your head, you might need to be on your toes like this at first, hands for support, and just gently rock toward your nose, rock back, rock toward your nose, rock back. Not fast, not pushing it, just loosening up. Every time you come forward, you breathe out. If you can put your heels flat, do so. Like that. All right? Now stay tuned for a special segment.